Yeah, I think you said that before. I think you're right.
Because like he seems to be scared of a lot of things on the ground, so, like he doesn't know what they are.
Yeah.
He'll like sniff them
And he runs away a lot too.
It's a shirt. It's a shirt. It's not even clean. I don't think silence here.
Yeah, I think you said that before. I think you're right.
Because like he's so around. Okay?
Yeah? Yeah, totally. I like that box. Early, we're starting early today, guys. I think the week's over. Let's play some Friday music here.
I'm streaming right now. But I'm looking past it, finna chase the ride because I really wanna ride like whoa, baby's all I really wanna do. One moment with you, one conversation, one drink for you, accommodation.
Yeah, the intro. What's up, guys?
That's congregation. Whoa. I don't like to take it really kinda too slow. You don't like to chase, that's the only way I go. Drinking steady, I don't know. I might have to get the phone, feel the mighty with the blow. Tell me what you wanna show. She break it down, need more, baby, come on home. She break it down, baby, sit down, get on low.
This is
Got a perfect body, wanna ride, baby, take it slow, take it slow. She bend it down, she a porn star, baby, whoa. She break it down, need more, baby, come on home.
It's Friday.
I break it down, baby, sit down, get on.
Guys, I lost money this week.
Got a perfect body, wanna ride, baby,
I know.
She bend it down, she a porn star, baby, whoa. Wow, I don't really wanna go, no. Wanna kick back, take a photo. Get your bend down, hit the end zone, never wanna go. We gon' fuck it, we gon' float it. Equal roses, spread her legs, I feel like
all is good.
Let her go, she moving golden. Love the way you fuck
Guys, we went skydiving. Not skydiving.
She break it down, need more, baby, come on home. Just come home. She break it down, baby, sit down, get on low. Got a perfect body, wanna ride, but take it slow. She bend it down, she a porn star, baby, whoa. She break it down, need more, baby, come on home. Just come home. I break it down, baby, sit down, get on low.
Hey.
Got a perfect body, wanna ride, but take it slow.
I inspire you, dude.
She bend it down, she a porn star, baby, whoa.
I'm gonna have a sip of tea for you, Edwin.
Give a lot, but I'm out for remote. She wanna hop on the dick and then she sniffing the mouth. She wanna roll with the flow, low bird. On around with that truck, too fat. It's a double-edged sword, you jade. Goddamn persuade. She bad as hell, she take it off like just.
Yeah.
I love that bitch, she tempted me.
You're not allowed to lose money. Yeah, guys, my biases were all wrong. Maybe. A lot of ranging. I thought GU was going to be dropping more. It's alright.
I said, baby, come get high with me. Wanna fly, wanna ride. Baby, please just come get high with me.
Let's just chat about what we think's gonna happen next week, I suppose.
Let's catch a vibe. Baby, come get high.
Yeah, I'm loving your content. I trade higher time frames mostly, but still learn a lot from your teachings. Hey, awesome, dude. I can break down the higher time frames as well if that's what you guys like. Honestly, I'm doing much less day trading because in the mornings I have to manage the group now, so my day trading is very light.
Just wanna get high, go down, let's move. Come on, baby, get high. Let's ride, get high with me. Let's ride.
Doing a little bit more swing. I'm doing more analysis on the higher time frames here. Boom. There we go. Here, let's turn this on. Alright. Sweet. Let's turn that music all the way down. That's my friend. If you guys are interested, boop boop boop, Shay Ponzio. So I can play his music. Hey, Aquatic, you're here. I can play his music while streaming, and he won't copyright strike me. It's great. Let's adjust that one. See the plant in the background there. Perfect. All right, guys. What are we looking for here? EU really showing signs of weakness coming into the New York Open. Probably baited a lot of people out. What do we remember though? We remember that usually, only usually, we will see a continuation of the trend of the day coming into the New York Open. New York Open, from anywhere from halfway between the London session and, you know, halfway in between this overlap of the London and the New York, right? Roughly. Anywhere between there. Usually what's going to happen is there's going to be a pullback from here to somewhere into the London range, right? So somewhere back into the London range. If you want to look at the fib, let's see what that looks like. Boom. Right into that golden range there, the 618, the 786, whatever you like, right around that range. Another way to look at it is we can draw onto the hourly. I've made a video about this one time when I was looking back at it, and you can kind of just see the lows of, or sorry, the last order block of importance is kind of where it comes back to in the London session there, right? So it's kind of coming back to that area there because that's the highs of the last white candle before the move into the trend of the day. So that's generally what's going to happen. Somewhere around this block is it's going to continue. It's going to retrace and then continue, usually. Now, the exception is when we see obvious points of reversal. So this move here quite clearly baited a few people out, right? Because that's a huge drop. And you can see we're sweeping previous highs here, right? So it made a lot of sense to get into a short there, but generally we want to follow the trend unless there's a very obvious move. And this still also kind of a sweep, is it? No, it's actually just matching up. So this could have fooled a lot of people out. Our yesterday short that we were looking for here didn't get filled. All right, didn't quite get filled there. But we would have been able to target. We would have had a nice target there. We've almost hit basically what we were looking for. You can argue that this was exactly what we were looking for actually. It lined up on that one too. So, and then we continued the rally for the weekly trend, right? So we came back down, tested the levels that we wanted to right here on the higher time frame, and then we're continuing that trend, right? So this is pound, isn't it? Yeah. Same idea with EU. I was actually looking at EU, but pound is the same idea, exact same thing. See, the thing is with the EU, we didn't quite sweep it, but the pound was a bit more bearish. All right. Looking at the pound. Now we have, do you remember yesterday we saw the sweeps inside this order block of interest that we were looking for? And now we're coming back and we're retesting the same zone that we dropped off of. So now, what are we doing? We're testing to make sure that this zone acts as resistance, right? So this is going to be our confirmation if the downtrend is going to begin, right? So this is our first sign of weakness, is when it's breaking down the first time here. And then we're coming back to test if that zone is actually going to be acting as resistance. So if we do break down off of this, that's our best likelihood to be short, right? Something like that. Breaking down below these lows, right? and then we can get into shorts for next week. So that's what we're going to be watching for the pound. We are still bearish on the pound. I still want to target these zones. This has already been tested. We're fine with that. We don't care about that anymore. It might go just a little bit deeper here, wick people out, and then come back up. That would be great. Let me get some tea. Moo. Hello, Gregan. Man, I've been loving your content. Trade higher time frames. Oh yeah, I already read that one. Could you please take a look at pound New Zealand? Yeah, totally. I'll look at it. Give me 1 second. Love your videos. Thank you. The Discord is going crazy. Why is it going crazy? Let me just pull this. What part of the Discord's going crazy? Is it the free one? What's going up with the Discord? If you want, let me know if you want some good hairy men for your stream. Oh, sweet. That's straight from the Discord. Here, wait, I'll show you guys. Who's men? Alright. That's good tea, man. This is like a lemon mate from David's tea. Alright. Morning aquatic, afternoon from UK. Did I miss Euro USD? Kind of. We looked at Euro USD. It's very, very similar. We looked at the pound here. It's a very similar setup. Now, let's say, let's see what we want to do here, right? Let's look at Euro USD actually. And then I'm going to look at pound. No, I'll look at the pound New Zealand first, actually, because he asked first. Didn't hit the stop, did it? Didn't hit that stop. Okay, so pound New Zealand. There's not a whole lot of reason for this to stop yet, right? And after you started seeing these wicks, ooh, burnt myself on that cup. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Wait. I wonder if I can. I wonder if you can see down there. Wait. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh shit. Can you see? Do you see what I see? There she is. There she is. Right on the couch. I see you. What?
I'm not here.
Alright, let's get back to it.
See me, right?
Well, I zoomed in and
No.
adjusted the focus. So now I can see you. Okay. Cool, guys. Hello, Boz. I don't think that's her name, dude. I don't think her name is B-A-W-S. Okay, so, anyways, getting back to the picture here. We're seeing sweeps of previous lows here. It's very choppy, very ugly, and there's nothing major here that we really wanted to reject off of. Mainly, you could have said, okay, this is a rejection point, right? But we've already kind of kissed that area, and then we surpassed it, so that's kind of moot. That's not important to us anymore. So we think the only next levels are, ooh, maybe this high right there, and then you can see that there's kind of levels here of importance. Again, this is a super choppy chart, and usually choppy charts aren't that nice to trade. So we can say maybe this is a zone, right around there. This level here is a hidden, this level right here is a hidden supply zone depicted by the wick and the candle body crossover. It's a hidden supply zone. It's on the smaller time frame. I will show you what that looks like on the smaller time frame. Ta-da! Make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. It's a little bit hidden, not super strong level, but that is a level of interest. So we think that the pound New Zealand is going to continue to the upside up to these levels, right? So this is kind of the trade of interest. I don't think I'm actually in that trade, just so you guys know. Oh, you're spamming, dude. What brokers trading platform do I use? You can check it out here. HunterFX.co FAQ. I got my brokers here that I use. I've used TradeVago. I've used FX Choice. I like them. I've used some other ones that I don't like, that don't have like really good rules. And Prime XPT is just good for if you don't need a, if you're like 17 or something and you need like to not have your identity given. Okay, so too low, man. Too low on the camera. Ugh. Okay, alright. What were we gonna look at? We're gonna look at EU, weren't we? Ooh, do I need a haircut, guys?
Yeah.
Bun said she kind of liked it long yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's starting to look a little shaggy. Alright, cool. EU. Higher time frame. Budding. Right there. Right on it. Isn't it always just on a level? It's kind of funny how it always just gets magnetized to a level, eh? Kind of crazy. So EU still kind of doing what we like here in a sense, but it is really ranging. So when you're seeing sweeps below this level here, I drew that out because we knew that that was going to be a target. That's where it was going to go to. And I drew this out because that was going to be the next level beyond that. But you can see that they actually might have taken it to the wick. Did they? They didn't even take it that low. They didn't even take it that low. That's not important. I would have thought it maybe would have come to that low, but that's all right. They completely stopped out people here and then started rallying. So this is a really bullish movement when you're seeing the sweeps and you're seeing the engulfing. It's a massive momentum change. So what does that mean for us? It means that it's probably going to go a little bit higher. It's probably going to go a little bit deeper in here, but this is the only level of interest, right? Kind of this supply right here. This is the only level of interest, and it's the exact same idea as the pound, basically, where this is the level of interest, and if we break above it, we're going to be going for new highs here. But we were generally bearish on the pound and the dollar, or the pound and the euro, right? There's really no levels beyond this. There's these highs, and then there's these highs, right? So that's really all we can watch for after those levels, right? So again, you watch this, you see if it starts breaking down. If it does break down, you can short it. And where can you short it to? Probably these lows here. First take profit, obviously here. Second take profit, third take profit. All right, those three levels. If it does break down here. If it doesn't break down here, I'm going to say it's going to go to highs. That's kind of my opinion on that. Are they regulated? Yeah, everything except for a Prime XBTC or Prime XBT is not regulated because it's a completely crypto exchange. That's why they don't do KYC. But the other two are fully regulated from like multiple countries, like the big ones. They're regulated by the big guys. UCAD. Somebody shorted UCAD. Who said they shorted UCAD? I'll look at AN also soon. Hey, thanks, JS. Serious content, my kind of crowd. It's the kind of crowd you want to be in. Who said they shorted UCAD? I thought I saw that. Hey, quit buzzing, phone. I think somebody said they shorted UCAD. If you take a look at UCAD, because it's filled. What is filled with naked women? I don't know. Crazy Dan, what's filled with naked women? What could that be? I don't know what you're talking about. I thought somebody said they shorted UCAD, but I can't see it there in the past. Okay, so yeah, this looks good, dude. I think I posted something about this in the Discord today. My analysis. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So my view on this was simply we're in this massive downtrend to begin with, right? I'll always start the higher time frame here. We're seeing sweeps above this level here, and then we're filling that supply zone, right? Breaking down very strong, you know, this continuing downtrend. This rally really doesn't mean a whole lot to me, other than it's just basically eating back up the momentum that we dropped down from. But when you're seeing a sweep above these levels, it's probably pretty smart that this is going to come back down, and I think it's probably just going to come down to the first important level, right? So right around here. So that's what I would be looking for as a target, right? If you're short on this. But the thing is, I didn't want to short it because this level right here still could easily stop me out, right? Could easily come up there and then down, right? Because it still needs to be filled. So I'm a little bit hesitant on that one. But if we were to enter here, that would mean I would have to put the stop right up here, right? Behind that previous level. And then we'd be targeting, it wouldn't be the best trade. I don't like to take 1 hour trades. You could target something a little bit further down here and then have your first take profit at this one. That's a possibility as well. So if it does come back up here, which it probably will come back up and retest it again, kind of, you might be able to get a good entry and then put your stop just behind this level, assuming that this sweep still holds true, because the sweep is basically what we're going based off of. We don't want to put blind entries way in front of this level, because this is just a secondary line of support in a sense, right? So our first action is based off of that sweep, and then this is just a secondary thing that could also hold us. But if that sweep doesn't exist anymore, like if it closes back up here, then it would be stupid to be shorting here, because you're really just front running something that might not even hold, right? There's no point. Hopefully that made sense. That might have been a bit confusing. Just scoot that up. There we go. Boom. Perfect. I don't know. So guys, if you're asking me like if brokers are good, I'm in BC, Canada, so I have the smallest choice of brokers. There's basically 2 brokers I can choose from that are big brokers, and it's FX Choice and it's Hugo's Way, because they're offshore and they're doing different rules. The reason I can use Tradevago is because it's kind of my friends also, but in BC, Canada, there's a lot of like hard regulations. It's actually much more regulated than the States, I think, in some cases. There's a lot of money rules. The rest of Canada is less strict. You guys always ask about gold, and I always don't care. It's the same thing, dude. Same thing I told you yesterday. Same thing I told you the day before. If it closes the week below here, then I think we continue down. Right? That's the level. If it closes today below there, same thing. Told you all week. That's all that matters. Right? That's the level. If it closes below, you're going to short it next week. You're going to look for shorts. Alex King, welcome to the stream. First time checking it out. I will take a sip of tea for you. So Oanda is one of those brokers that has very low leverage. So actually the way I trade now, it's probably fine for me. But a lot of you guys like to trade at higher leverage, because I trade very small percentage of my account based off of, you know, how much money I have, how much I risk, right? So that's like why the low leverage, it kind of limits you. You can't actually bet very much, and you get margin called and kicked out of trades if you have a lot of trades running. So that's basically what it comes down to. If you're going to be trading a lot of trades, you can't use these big brokers like Oanda and Forex.com. You have to use something that allows like 200 leverage or whatever, right? Best days to trade. Let me break down the days of trading. Monday, ranges, usually. Yeah, drinking tea with a straw. It's because it's loose leaf, dude. I don't want tea leaves in my mouth. That's how I drink tea, alright? So, Monday ranges. It figures out kind of the day. Let me put up the levels here. Boom, there they are. Actually, I want this one clear. Alright, so Monday usually doesn't hold much value. So this is Monday's range, right? We can often use Monday as good retest points. So on Tuesday, it's very common for it to come back and retest the Monday open. Look at what it did. It's very common. Like 60-70% of the time, it will retest before Wednesday. So here's the open, it comes back, it retests it, and then it goes for the actual trend for the week. So Monday usually doesn't do a whole lot. And then Tuesday kind of starts the trend. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are the best for just following the trend usually. So later in the week, if you want to know what the trend is for the week, you can generally figure that out. The exception is NFP week, where NFP week usually just kind of ranges and doesn't do much the whole week. And that's the first week of the month, so last week. And then Friday, it will completely change the trend of whatever it's chosen, usually. So if it's going up all week, Friday it's going to switch the trend for that day and for the next week. That's generally what I've seen over the past year. Hello from Italy, first time you're live. What kind of strategy do I use? Hey, welcome from Italy. I stream from Canada. I use strategy. Good morning. I trade institutional order blocks and my own determined trend methods based off of price action, essentially. And then I trade based off of sweeps. So here's a really great trade. It's an example of how I would be trading, right? We see the Asia range. We see a low of the Asia range. Coming into the London Open, we see manipulation, right? What do I mean by manipulation? I mean it faked us out in one direction and then quickly reversed, right? And then London session comes back, retest that same zone. I would be looking for an entry right around there. Stops below there. After I see the manipulation, target the highs. That's generally how I trade. Maybe this high is actually the high right there, but mostly off at that point. That's generally how I trade. That is a trade that I could see myself taking quite clearly on that zone right there. I might have even been a little bit late entering. I might have been a bit late entering right around here, but that's still fine. Yeah, looking largely for sweeps, following trends. Very simple. Very simple. Except for NFP week, dude. NFP. If you look at the Forex Factory here, NFP, non-farm payroll change. NFP. This was on Thursday last week because it was a holiday on Friday for the States. But usually it's every first Friday of the month. And it's a news event that is the most volatile news event there is. Okay. Oh man, you guys just like telling me where you're from now. That's kind of funny. You guys been doing this all week. Everyone just says their country. Alright, what are we looking at? Let's look at EG. I like this one. I told you guys that we would probably continue to break down. I was looking for a little bit higher. I wanted to get in right around here, right? I kind of drew it. But we're seeing, I jump on the 1 hour. We're seeing pretty good sweeps above this level. We're seeing pretty good stop outs behind that zone. And then we're seeing a breakdown, right? Right here, breakdown. Strong breakdown, retest of this order block after it breaks down below the lows. Comes back up, retests, and continues. So I have a feeling that this is going to be the move that breaks us out. And then we're going to continue this trend. And then we're going to target those lows here. The same target that we've been looking for a while. That target. And then bounce off of that. Rally all the way down there. It's going well, EG. I am a master of predicting EG for some reason. Probably one of my best players. I should just exclusively trade EG, actually. Probably my best player. U-Swiss. Yeah, let's look at U-Swiss. You enjoy these so much, can't wait till you understand it. That's awesome, dude. Okay. U-Swiss. Okay, first of all, what do we see? We see a downtrend on the higher time frame, right? So we want to get into shorts. Here's something we've already targeted though, right? We said, okay, it's going to be coming down here. Why? Because it swept its highs and then it went down. So we delete this because it's no longer useful for us. Okay. So here it is. Yeah, that's what we were looking for. That was only the only target, basically. If I remember correctly, that was the only target that we had on the major time frame that we wanted to fulfill. So this could be our major reversal point, actually. So I would actually be interested in staying out of this until it prints out some more information. The other point of view could be that it's a downtrend and we want to continue the downtrend. No, not sweeping that. Not interested in entering. If it swept that, I would be more keen on entering the shorts. I would wait. This is not a trade I want to take, because this is the major swing low and we've just fucked over some people. We've just screwed them over. Let's look at the daily. What does the daily look like? See? Look at this. We just screwed them over. So we come back down here. Right there. And then we rally. Very possible right here. Very possible. No point in shorting this. Do not do anything. I'm talented. Oh, I'm only talented at drinking tea through a straw, though. Just kidding. Straw drinking tea is actually quite difficult. You think UC is going to screw people over? We looked at UC already. I got to remember. Yeah, this totally could, man. This could totally fake some people out. I think you might be right. Watching the lows here, I think it totally could come up here and then screw anyone over that has a tight stop there. I think that's why I want to put the stop higher on that short trade. What's up, Adam? What's up, Ginger? I think there's ginger in this tea, actually. How old have you been trading? How long have I been trading? Is that what you mean? Or how old am I? Those two different questions that could mean. What's my net worth? I bought like this net to catch frogs. It's pretty good. So I think my net worth is maybe like $15. It's a pretty good net. Like it's got like a titanium rod, and the netting is actually made out of spider silk. It's pretty good. It's pretty good net. I've caught maybe 3 or 4 frogs in it and like 1 toad. Haven't tried it on butterflies yet, but that would be really interesting.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Somebody asked me what my net's worth. So I'm telling them about my net. You know that net I got? I've been wanting to catch butterflies with it, but
What?
yeah, it's super lightweight. Super lightweight, and you can swing it as fast as you can swing a baseball bat or a net even.
Weird.
What else? I put some flame stickers on it. Makes it go a little faster, and I gotta drill some like speed holes in it too.
Speed holes.
Yeah, speed holes, because there's not enough holes.
Don't already have holes.
Yeah, there's not enough holes in it, so you gotta cut some of the netting so that it's faster. But then it's kind of a question like, how much do I cut off versus how big are the toads I'm catching? Yeah, it's like $15-$20, something like that. $15-$20.
I want merch.
You want merch? We're gonna make merch, guys. We're making merch.
For suggestions.
Yeah, if you guys got suggestions, so far it's just on like freaking Teespring right here. I gotta get some other merch. I gotta get the girlfriend. She's gonna help me. She's gonna help me design them a bit more. We already had some designers make the logos and shit. I love Alex Becker, dude. Alex Becker's great. Yeah. All right. I think you guys asked some questions before I started talking about my net. It's a pretty great net. But based on your experience throughout the time you have traded, have the core rules you use or strategies changed much as the market evolved? My strategy has always been developing. I've never been to a point where I've just stuck with the exact same thing yet, because I haven't been doing it that long. But if once I've done this for maybe 5 years or something, then I could see that I'd be able to answer that question. But I'm not at the point where I can say for sure that the markets don't change enough. But that being said, is once you get something that works, you're not going to have to change. You're not going to have to change that much as the market conditions change. You will notice in December there is much less volatility because people are on Christmas breaks and stuff. So in December, most traders, if they're good, they will trade very lightly. Can you check FTSE? Don't know what that means, dude. FTSE, what is that? Oh. It's an index. No, I'm not going to check a stock. There's too many fucking stock indexes, dude. I think it's still going to go down. Just looking at it again. Here, I'll look at the S&P. FTSE, I can't believe fucking... So stupid, dude. FTSE. I still think it's going to come down. There's no point. But I don't know too well. I'm not good with stocks, dude. Click the like button to enter in the free net giveaway. Yeah, I don't need my net anymore. I've already caught my frogs. Comes with a free frog. It being alive is not a guarantee. But it is a frog. Definitely. It's definitely a frog. It's definitely not no toad. I wouldn't send you a toad. I wouldn't lie about such an important thing. I'd send you a frog. What do you think about swap-free accounts? So every single broker that has a swap-free account, they charge you in some other way. So they either increase your commissions or they charge you like a monthly night thing. The only broker that I have ever seen that doesn't do any swap or replacement swap fees is Tradevago. And that was a specific design that my friend wanted to come up with because he wanted to cater to more swing trader type styles. I use FX Choice and Vago. It's on my website. FX for straws, man. What's your target for EG? Thanks. Let's look at charts. So we kind of looked at this target already. I'll just pull it up. This was our first target. We plowed that. The next goal is going to be these lows here. Why? Because there's a lot of stops right here, right? 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to hit right here into this zone, right? I just drew it kind of roughly there, right there. That's where it's going to go to. And then we should bounce back up, retest some of the stuff down here, and then continue down for an even bigger liquidity zone. Best time to trade, the New York Open. The New York Open, London overlap. Oh, I didn't look at NZD Aussie, did I? I think I told you I would. My bad, dude. Daily swing high. Let's delete that. Not important anymore. So, high time frame. We see these daily swing high back here being swept. We still think that this is going to come down, don't we? What are our targets? Let's look at the 4 hour. Make it a little cleaner chart. Right here. All right, so 2 questions. Always ask yourself. 2 questions. What are the questions? 1. What's the trend? 2. Where could the trend change? All right, guys, what's the trend? What's the trend? Trend is down. I don't even need to ask you guys. Boom, it's down, obviously, right? Why is it down? Well, you can judge it in any way that you want. You could use a moving average if you wanted. Doesn't matter. You can use a moving average. You can use price action. You can use, hey, it's higher on the left than on the right. You can use whatever you want to determine trend. Where could it possibly change? Well, we see highs and lows as possible pivot points from previous areas, so that could be a possible support resistance, right? So kind of where we're at right now, you're seeing the lows right here. So if we sweep and show a complete momentum shift right on that level, then that will be our trend change place, maybe, right? The next possible point that we want to watch is right here, because it's untested and there's a lot of resting orders right here. Right, a lot of people got left behind. A lot of resting orders still sitting in that zone. So these are our 2 points where the trend could change. After that, there's more, but we don't need to look all that way down because we're still in this larger uptrend, right? So in the higher time frame, we're in an uptrend. So we're simply looking at where can we bounce off of to continue that uptrend on the higher time frame, and it's going to be somewhere here because we don't want to come all the way back down here. It's going to be this area probably, right? Make sense, guys? Always ask yourself 2 questions. You only need 2. It's just 1, 2. Oh, she's not listening. She's got her headphones in, and I tried to make a reference to something that you guys don't know. It's just 1, 2. You don't need any more. It's just 1, 2. Leave 3, 4 at the door. Okay. So you're saying Oz NZD is making a divergence on what time frame? My dude, what time frame? 15? 15 has not confirmed a divergence yet. Let's look at the 5. Or let's look at the hourly here. You could argue that that's a divergence, yeah. Okay, so if you want to trade divergences, that's great. Divergences are great. The problem is there's not much point in trading them because you can see that this is a complete momentum shift, right? And it's the exact same thing that's happening. Let's look at the 5 minute. Maybe you're looking at the 5 minute for a divergence. No, I think you're talking about the hourly. I think you're talking about the hourly here. Let me put this shit back on. Okay. Yeah, there's a quite strong momentum shift. It's not a very good divergence though, honestly. But it's right again at a level of interest. So the RSI is not very important if you're able to know these zones that it could bounce off of, right? And this would have maybe baited me actually, but the thing is, I'm not satisfied in getting in until the trend has actually changed. And in my opinion, all this was a retest of this area, right? And then what it did is it swept a little bit higher, filled that, and then continued down. So this is going to continue down. Does that make sense? Sweeping again, filling these untested, and then continue down. Just because it's starting to form a divergence doesn't mean shit. It started to form a reversal here, but it didn't do shit, right? It didn't do anything. Get rid of the volume. I hate the volume. There we go. Yeah, you can use divergences as confluence. Yeah, you could definitely use it to like help you see a possible trend change. It's pretty good that way. Can I adjust the lighting here? There we go. A little bit too light. Boop. Isn't divergence every trend finish after a consolidation? I don't know what that means, dude. When am I going to try to do the FTMO challenge again? I'm not going to. I didn't really care to be an FTMO trader. I have my own money to trade with, and I don't want to have to follow their rules. And honestly, I'm trading much less than I was before. The reason I did FTMO was kind of just like as a challenge, just for fun, just to kind of like show other gurus that we can make money. Yeah. I don't really care to do it. And if I did it again, it would just be repeating content. So it's not really what I want to do. I don't want to create it for content because I've already done that. Yeah, I don't care about the free retick, dude. I spent $600 on it. It's not a big deal. 600, I think. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I did. I don't know if you want to call it a fail, or you can call it a fail if you want, but I didn't make 10%. But I ended the month in profit, right? So, whatever you want to call that, that's perfectly fine. Review on FX Autobot. I don't know what that is. I don't want to review. I don't like the news rules. I'm not going to be following the news and whatever, because you can't be in a trade during the news or something, right? So it's just not what I want to do. Why don't I take a trade right now? Because there's no trades I want to take, dude. I don't trade at this time. I only actually trade just very little now, and I only trade like for a couple hours. So I don't take many trades anymore. I take a couple longer term trades. And I'm not actually in anything right now because it's the end of the week. So why would I be trading on the end of Friday? We're just kind of streaming so that you guys can learn on Fridays. Fridays, I'm not really going to be able to tell you many trades at all. But this is one. This is one that we're going to look for on Monday. EG I really like. Yeah, it's Friday. Why would I take a trade? Exactly. It's late in Friday too. So my only option for Friday is taking simple day trades. I don't swing trade on Fridays. I like to keep everything closed at the end of the week. I have been trading for 3 months on the 100K funded FTMO. Would you suggest in saving money and trading my own money or continue increasing the size? Okay, so from my understanding, FTMO, they allow you to increase your capital after you keep making profit. Let me FTMO. I don't think you have to leave the money in. My understanding. FAQ. Trading objectives. That's my understanding. So if you're trying to get to that 300K or whatever, I think it's like every time you're profitable for like 4 months in a row or something. I might be wrong. 300. How do I withdraw? Scaling plan. Yeah. So I think they give you the option to leave it in, but that's only so that then you can compound that and then make more money in the next month, right? It doesn't have anything to do with your scaling, from what I understand. So I would suggest always take out the money just in case you fail. You don't lose that money. And also, if you take out the money and then just use a copy trader, which you can use local copier, I think it's called, MT4 local copier. It's only like $200 a year. And then just mirror your trades into your personal account. Then you're going to keep 100% of the capital on your profit instead of 70%. Right? So take out everything always. And every 4 months of profit, they increase it by like 25% or whatever, right? So it has nothing to do with your scaling program. What leverage do I use? I just use the maximum, dude. Leverage doesn't matter. Yeah, you could do 3 challenges, get 300K. Yeah, I think, or you can just sit in one and scale over years. Good afternoon from Toronto. All right, guys. I think that's some good information. Hopefully you guys learned a ton, or at least got some entertainment. And we'll see you guys next week.